Fourth event on the card is the Woodland Stud Breeders' Crown Series 21 final for the 3-year-old fillies, and there's been a little bit of a vibe during the week that Miss Streisand, despite the fact that she didn't really have a play for the front at semi-final level of the series, will be using her very, very good gate speed here from the pole marking draw, and even taking the option, potentially, to park our Princess Tiffany in transit. I've ultimately settled on the concept that I think that's going to be very hard to do. I think Miss Streisand will begin quickly enough to keep the front early, even though she was crossed by No Win, No Feed last time out. I don't think that'll be happening here. I think that Miss Streisand will hold everything. Our Princess Tiffany will just balance up at the start, but the pressure will be brought to bear to some degree. No Win, No Feed might have a dip at the start. Our Princess Tiffany between them, Best Western even get into the action. I just think there's going to be too much pressure, and ultimately Chris Geary will say, okay, enough's enough. I'll give the lead over to Our Princess Tiffany and try and get that gun run behind the leader. So I have mapped Our Princess Tiffany on top, but I do understand there is a chance that Miss Streisand might hold the lead from the pole marking draw. I think that No Win, No Feed gets a pretty tough run if it does try and go forward, because I don't think the lead's going to be there for it, so it could be forced to race in the breeze. Best Western, who's been so good through this series, is going to get a really nice run in transit, not without a knockout hope if Our Princess Tiffany is nowhere near her best. And then the remaining runners, you've got Looking Fabulous, Drawn Paulie. Enchanted Stride won't get involved early, so they're both going to be in slightly awkward positions. Myra Dawn might make one big run, but life's going to be extremely tough for everything back in the field here, with most of the good horses, or most of the major chances, including the very, very, very short price favourite, Our Princess Tiffany, likely to be either dominating the race and dictating terms in the breeze, or finding the front at some stage in proceedings.